This, of course, is your PTA coach. I am the PTA coach. Welcome back to my channel, guys. So before I continue, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the notification button so you know exactly when I come on. I appreciate all of you for what you do, for checking out my videos, my shorts, everything, guys. I am so appreciative of all your efforts. Now, let's dive right into this topic, guys. I don't have all day. I have to go see my patients today later on, and I just have a lot of things I need to get situated. Okay, so let's talk about this quickly. The topic is, can you pass the NPTE-PTA exam in 4 hours? Can you do that? Not me, guys. I already took my exam. I got my license. I'm good to go. No, not me, but you, right? Because I've been in your shoes. So there's lots of answers to that question, guys. There's a lot, as you guys know. A lot of you would say, well, it depends. Yeah, that's the number one answer. It depends, right? It truly depends, because I've been talking to you guys a lot about the book, the book, the book, the book, the book. I'm not asking you to purchase this book, guys. I keep talking about preparation. I keep and continue to talk about preparation. What are we doing to go out there and succeed? What are we doing to cross that bridge and get our license? Can we pass this exam in 4 hours? Truly, it depends, right? For a lot of us that have taken this exam more than once, and I'm not against you if you've taken this exam more than once, okay? You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. That's just the truth of the truth of the truth, guys. You guys know I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell you just like it is. That's why I say that's the truth of the truth of the truth. You cannot expect a different result, guys. And if you have not joined my workshop, or if you have not sent me an email, do so. I've been dropping my email addresses throughout my videos. And once again, it's akaluso40@gmail.com. It's AKALUSO, the number 40, @gmail.com. Can you pass the NPTE-PTA exam in 4 hours? What are we doing to get to that point? I told you guys on this platform, I am not a teacher. I'm not a tutor. For all of you to teach and tutor in this platform or any other platform, I respect you, including all my teachers. I respect all of you. But what it takes to pass this exam in 4 hours is your mindset. That's number one. We have to change that mindset. Number two, you have to know how to approach this exam. You have to know the way to approach this exam. Number three, this exam is not a walk in the park. If we think we're going to walk in there and just skate through this exam, no, we're in for a big surprise. We're in for a very big surprise. Can you pass this exam in 4 hours? Have you been taking your practice test? How many practice tests do you plan on taking before the exam? A lot of us right now, we're getting ready for the April exam, okay? Today is what, guys? Today is February the 20th, okay? Today is February the 20th. How many practice exams have we had at this point? A lot of you and some platforms will say, make sure you take the PET exam. Yes, I would encourage all of you to do that, because that is a practice exam, right? But I've been transparent with all of you all along the way. I told you guys I did not take the PET exam, and I'm not discouraging you from taking the PET exam. But I will encourage you to take your practice exams. Whether it's the PET, whether it's something else, whether it's something from this book, anywhere. You have to do that. Guys, and number four and number five is this. Those practice exams will not lie to you. They will not. However you perform on those practice exams is a very good indication if you can pass this exam in 4 hours. Those exams do not lie. They don't. When I was getting ready for this exam, guys, and go watch that video where I talked about passing the exam. I took practice exams. I took at least 3. at least 3 practice exams, okay? And those exams told me the truth. They said, hey, coach, you need to go work on this. You scored this, you did that. It told me everything I need to know. Also, guys, can you pass this exam in 4 hours? How are you reviewing? Because right now it's not studying, right? A lot of you that will be taking the exam in April, don't tell me you're studying. There's a difference between studying and review, and I know you guys know that. You guys are very, very smart. I've talked to PTAs out there. I've talked to PTA students out there. You guys are very intelligent. I know you know the difference between studying and reviewing. A lot of the stuff in here, guys, or any book that you're reading, guys, we can't just be on the surface of the water, okay? I know a lot of you that swim, even if you don't swim, you've seen oceans and rivers. There's the surface, and then there's deep down, okay? We can't stay on the surface and pass this exam in 4 hours. When I say surface, I mean like the fundamentals. I know I love giving cranial nerves as an example. Yeah, okay, you know the fundamentals of there's 12 cranial nerves and there's 31 spinal nerves, and yeah, you know the difference between an axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. That's great. That's great, right? That's good fundamental knowledge. But do you know more than that? Can you dive a little deep and come back to the surface of the water? That's going to determine if you pass this exam in 4 hours. I'm telling you guys all these things, guys, because I've experienced all these things. I've been through PTA school, right? I've been through the skill comps. I've been through the clinical rotations, and I've been through the actual exam, guys. I'm a real person. I'm not AI, a real person. You can call me on the phone and talk to me. You can have a Zoom call and talk to me. I've experienced everything you guys have experienced. I'll tell you one thing. Can you pass this exam in 4 hours? That exam, guys, is going to test your faith. It's going to test your knowledge. It's going to test your perseverance. It's going to test every single thing in you. Trust me. You're going to see some questions on that exam and be like, what in the world is this question? You can't even start to figure out what chapter it comes from. There's 5 major things, right? Musculoskeletal, cardiovascular, neuromuscular, right? Non-systems and other systems. 5 major areas. And you're going to see a question on that exam and be like, what in the world is this question? But guys, guess what? You come to my workshop, I walk you through a lot of strategies. I don't teach. I know I've said that so many times. I don't teach, guys. Teaching in my workshops is wasting your time. Like I said earlier, you guys are very, very smart. I've talked to PTAs out there, PTA students. I know how you reason. So you're not going to walk into my workshop and I start reading stuff to you about, like I said, axial skeleton, appendicular skeleton. What else, guys? Cranial nerves. There's 12 cranial nerves. The first one is the olfactory nerve, blah, blah, blah. You've read about it. You can actually go read about that. So why would you come into a workshop where you need tips and resources and strategies to pass this exam in 4 hours? That's what you need. Okay? That's what you need. And for a lot of us, guys, I don't mean to scare anybody, okay? We have to talk about numbers. I'm sorry, guys. We just have to talk about numbers. You guys know what this number is, right? I've already talked about the 4. I'm going to come back to the 4 in a second. You guys know what this number is. We have 6 lifetime attempts to take this exam. Anything I tell you guys on this channel, please, guys, go verify me. If I'm wrong, I'm not above being corrected. I will take the correction and make the correction. But we have 6 lifetime attempts to take this exam and pass it. And the 6 lifetime attempts is for a lot of you who have not taken the exam at all. Let's just say you graduated from PTA school and you're preparing for the state boards and you have not had any exam at all. Then you have 6 chances. But some of us don't. We don't have 6 chances. Some of us already took this exam like 3 times and we only have 3 chances. You took it 4 times, you only have 2. You took it 5 times, you have 1 chance or 1 attempt. So think about it. You want to pass this exam in 4 hours. You only have 1 attempt. After this, that's it. You can't take the exam anymore. And just think about it, guys. Just being in your shoes. Imagine if I had to take this exam 5 times. I paid for this exam 5 times. This exam is not cheap. I paid for the testing center. I don't know about where you live, but when I took my exam, I had to pay for the exam. That's a separate fee, and then I also had to pay for the center where I was taking the exam. That was a separate fee. So imagine doing that 5 times. It's not cheap. And if you taking this exam 5 times and have not passed, something has to change. You guys would agree with me. Something has to change for us to pass. What is your score? Did you get your report? What is it telling you? Is it saying, hey, you need to study more on the nervous system or cardiovascular or other systems? Guys, I'll tell you one thing. 3 major areas in the exam that are very heavy with questions is this, and you can go verify for yourself. Musculoskeletal, we can't run away from it. Cardiovascular, we can't run away. Nervous system, we cannot run away. As a matter of fact, it's almost impossible to pass this exam in 4 hours if we don't master those areas, if we don't do well or put in effort in those areas. It's impossible because all the other sections don't have as many questions, like non-systems, other systems, they don't have as many questions as musculoskeletal, cardiovascular, okay, nervous system. Are we joking? So I'm just, guys, you guys know on this channel, I tell you just like it is. Okay, I tell you just like it is. And I've been in your shoes. I can't say that enough. Don't even worry about the job prospects, guys. Go watch all my videos where I talk about my whole journey. I've been doing this since 2016. A lot of you guys look at this channel like, well, you're the PTA coach. You only have 51 subscribers. This channel is new. Okay, I've been saying that in all my other videos. The channel itself is new, but I've been doing this as far as physical therapy, being a physical therapist assistant since 2016, okay? So I'm coming to you with a lot of knowledge and a wealth of experience, okay? I've worked in different sectors, of course. Home health, okay? I've worked in a skilled nursing facility. I've worked in outpatient. I've also done some travel jobs as a physical therapist assistant. So I have experience in different settings. I know what to expect out there, guys. Working with the software, doing the notes, everything, visiting with the patients. I've done all that. So please, why do I say all this? Don't worry about the job prospects. As a matter of fact, if you are in America, I don't know how it works in other countries, but if you are in America and you graduate and you take this state board exam and you pass it in 4 hours, of course, the exam is 4 hours, right? You pass the exam and you're looking for a job, for more than 2 weeks? You need to contact me. It didn't take me 2 weeks, guys. I passed my exam. I got my results. As a matter of fact, my results came out 6 days later. I took my exam on a Thursday. On a Wednesday, I came in here, the same room. I walked into the same place that I'm talking to you right now, on the same desk. I sat here and I went to the state board site. And I checked my result and I passed. And guys, guess what? I already did all my orientations for my contracts and I'm already working. Right now it's 9:53, right? When I'm done with this video, I'm gonna get ready. I have to head out and I have to go see my patients. So the jobs are out there. Unless you're looking for a specific type of job, but if you want to work as a physical therapist assistant and you're ready to go, there's plenty of work, plenty. So why do I say this? Don't focus on the job, worrying about, am I going to get a job? Am I not going to get a job? No. Focus on this. This is the championship game. This is the Super Bowl. It is not a walk in the park, like I said earlier. It's not a walk in the park. If we're going to walk in there and pass this exam in 4 hours, there's a lot of things that we need to do, especially for a lot of us that have taken it more than once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. If this is your 5th attempt, I can't say that enough. Join the workshop. Send the email. I'm going to put my email address there in a few minutes, guys. I'm going to put it down. So just send the email. If you have friends in your class or another school, they're in the same program, you graduated, you're getting ready to take your state board, send the email. We'll set out a time. It's not free, of course, okay? We'll set out a time. I'll give you details, and walk you through what it takes to succeed. I'm telling you guys this because I succeeded. If I give you my name, or if you go on YouTube, if you search long enough, you will see my name, right? You will see my name. Go and search me up under state of Texas. My license is active. So I'm telling you guys from experience, okay? Guys, I can't say this enough. I feel like the exam, honestly, guys, it's testing you in a couple of things. I'm not going into details. I'm just saying in general experience. I think, let me show you guys something real quick. I don't know if you guys use any kind of apps to study. This is one of the apps that I use to study. I still use it to this day. Just go and refresh my memory. PTA 365, it says here, seriously, this study app is free, okay? I don't know if you guys do that. When I do that, what it does for me is this. Well, each time I answer a question, it will tell me if it's a basic question, if it's an intermediate question, or if it's an advanced question. And guess what? On the state boards, I feel like it's like that. Because you're gonna run into some questions and be like, oh, yeah, I know what this is. Boom, that's the answer. And then you're gonna run into some questions that are gonna just like make you think a lot. Like, okay, could it be this? Could it be that? That's the format. And then, of course, the advanced questions will take you, like I said, deep diving. They want to know if can you deep dive. When I say deep dive is can you add up all the things that you've learned in all these 5 major areas that I talked about, and everything you've learned in school, and everything you've learned in your skill comps, and everything you've learned in your clinicals. Can you add up all that information and answer a question? It's testing you for that. Once again, can we pass this exam in 4 hours? You will face 180 hot questions. I said hot, guys. HO2. I said HO2. HOT. Hot questions. I'm sorry, guys. I get excited when I talk about this because I faced it. I faced 180 questions, hot ones. Now, if you're watching this video in the future, I don't know, they might change it or whatever it is, but the one I took in January recently was 180 hot ones. And guys, when I was done with that exam, I just came out like this, like, whew. My head kind of felt warm psychologically. I left that exam hall like, what was that question? What was that all about? But guess what? I experienced victory. And I want you guys to experience the same thing too, okay? I want you to experience it. Can you pass this exam in 4 hours? The answer is yes, you can. Don't ever tell yourself, I can't. I can't do this. I can't do that. I didn't read this. I didn't read that. No. Guys, before I took this exam, I kept telling myself, I have passed this exam. I have passed this. I kept telling myself, I have passed this exam. I have passed this exam. And that's it. Everything else is history. I don't have to take the exam anymore. All I have to do right now as a licensed physical therapist assistant is renew my license every guys, I was about to say 2 hours. Every 2 years. Every 2 years, I renew my license. And all it requires is for me to take my continuing education credits. There's lots of ways you can get your continuing education credits. I get that, okay? And then I submit that with my license renewal form and fee. And renew my license. That's it. That's it. Okay? So I just want to come on here today, guys, and share this with you. My schedule will get busy. Like I said, I'm ramping up my patient load, patient census. And so today I have to go out and see my patients. And tomorrow, of course, and of course, as a matter of fact, Saturday, I'm working, guys. I'm working on Saturday. So I have to get rolling and running. Okay, so I just want to come on here and share this with all of us to help you, to inspire you, to help you build up your faith and know that it is possible, even though you have not taken the exam, or maybe you have taken the exam 2, 3, 4 times and you have not experienced victory. It's possible to experience victory. Why do I tell you guys that I'm your coach? Why do I say that? Number one, I look at this from a holistic view. When you come to me, I don't just look at, okay, let me just help you with this one little thing and walk away. No, it's throughout your professional life. Even a lot of you getting ready to go into PTA school, I can provide you with a guide. While you're in PTA school, you know, we have to survive, right? Because we're going through 2 years of a lot of things. When we graduate, when we get ready to take our state board, I am also your coach. So that's why I tell you guys, I look at this from a holistic view. Okay? And we don't come into workshops to where I go in here and I open up the book or slides and start reading to you. Okay, guys, we're going to talk about Parkinson's disease. And I start off here reading this to you. It's used to describe a group of disorders within the subcortical gray matter of the basal ganglia that produces a similar disturbance of balance and voluntary movements. That's a waste of your time. That is a complete waste of your time. I'm not here to waste your time because you're investing your time, you're investing your resource in this. So you need to know how to get ahead, how to cross the bridge and pass your exam. Me just sitting and reading this to you, I've just wasted like 4 seconds of your time. And we don't have any more time, guys. I keep saying this. For a lot of us taking the exam in April, right, for this year, 2025, the exam is set for April the 1st and the 2nd, right? So we have 5 weeks to the exam date, yes, right? But we don't have 5 weeks to prepare. Why do I say this? I know I discuss numbers a lot. How many hours a day are you dedicating right now to reviewing for the state board? Is it 2 hours? Is it 3 hours? Is it 4 hours? How many hours a day on the average are you carving out to do your review? So whatever amount of time you have that you do daily, that's the amount of time you have to the exam. That, just think about it, guys. I want you guys to think about that for a second. A lot of us get too comfortable and say, well, yeah, I didn't study this whole week. Let me just continue next week. And I had work and I had this and I had that and all these things going on. And the week has gone by and you only had hours. Okay? You only have hours. You don't have days. Days to the exam, yes, but the actual time to prepare is just hours. I tell you one thing, guys. The only way you can say that you have 5 weeks to prepare is if you're studying for 24 hours a day. And I don't know about you guys, I did not study for 24 hours in a day. At some point, I had to actually lay down and close these eyes and get some rest so that way the next morning I can function properly. So we don't have 24 hours. Whoever tells you that, that's just a lie. That's a big lie, okay? And I tell you guys on this channel the way it is. I tell you the way it is. We have to tell ourselves the truth. We have to come to our truth. We don't have all day, okay? So come in so you can actually gain the wisdom, okay? Gain the wisdom to prepare for this and go out there and succeed in this. Imagine that you have one more chance left or 2 chances left. Think about it. What is your mindset right now? What did you do in all those other 4 attempts? We can't do the same thing. I know I repeat things, guys. We can't do the same thing and expect a different result. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. So if you have taken your practice exam and you just need me to take an assessment of where you are, like with your results, we can also do that, right? So let's say, for example, you took the PET or you took the practice exams in the books or anywhere, okay, Mometrics, anywhere, practice exams. You got your score. You and I can sit down and strategize based on your performance. Once again, guys, it's not the teaching thing, okay? It's not me coming in here and be like, okay, yeah, you scored a 500. Let me read cardiovascular pulmonary systems to you. I'm not here to start reading things to you. It's to look at where you are and say, okay, based on this, this is how I feel you need to go about this to get the result that you need. Yes. Now, real quick, and this might be the last thing I share before I have to go. This number, 400. I know we don't like hearing these things, guys, but we have to be told because we have to come to our truth. I believe if you score 400 two times in a row, 400 or below, two times in a row on the exam, you might not be allowed to take the exam again because the state board feels like you might need remedial courses to come up to par. And think about it, if you're scoring 400 on the state board, I'm not faulting you guys. I mean, we all go through situations, but if you're scoring a 400 on the state board, to me, it's telling me a lot of things. It's telling me either you're not dedicating enough hours, like I told you guys earlier, enough hours per day or per week to study. That's number one. Number two, you're not understanding the content. Number three, at this point, I'm going to ask you about your practice exams because if you took practice exams, there's no way you could be scoring let's say 70% or 85% and end up with a 40% or a 400 in the actual state board. Something is off. Something really is off and there's a missing link somewhere. There's missing links somewhere and they need to be connected quickly so you can go out there and succeed. Something is missing, especially if you're scoring a 400. Yeah, something is off. Okay. And then I probably want to know about your school. Like, okay, how did you do through school and all that? I'm not faulting you, but we need to take an assessment of where you are, and you need the immediate help because you and I have sacrificed 2 years. For me, my program was 19 months. I sacrificed 19 months of my life to get this, guys. Okay. So we need to do something different. Now, a lot of you look at this channel, like I said, and you probably asking like, wait a minute, you've been doing this since 2016. You just passed the exam this year, and what's up? Like, there's a backstory to this whole thing, right? So when you come into a workshop, I explain everything to you. Everything adds up. Every single thing lines up. Okay, so that's just what it is. All right, guys, I'll hang on for maybe another 3 minutes, and I have to go honestly because I have other things that I need to get to over here and take care of. And yeah, I'm always wearing this t-shirt, guys. We have to become a fighter because right now we're not in the exam hall, right? We're doing this live session on YouTube and you having a chance to talk to me or ask me questions or you sending me emails. That's great. 1,000% I got your back. 1,000%, right? Hey coach, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. How can I do? Sorry guys, I had a phone call. Just give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. Thank you for hanging. 1 second, guys. Thank you for hanging on. 1 second. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Lost my train of thought. Lost my train of thought because I got that phone call. So yeah, guys, we have to come to our truth. Yeah, I was talking about the scoring 400 and how devastating that could be, right? So we have to come to our truth. We have to come to our truth, okay? And once again, we're only allowed to take the exam 3 times. If we let me go back to this. If we take the exam 3 times in a row and we don't pass, we might not be allowed to take the fourth one, right? We have to wait for the next calendar year. What do I mean by that? You know, there's 4 chances we have to take the exam, right, in a year. There's January, okay? There's April, there's July, and there's October. So if we take the first 3 and we do not pass, we cannot take the one for October. We have to wait till the next calendar year, which would be January, to take it because the state board feels like if you've taken it 3 times and you have not passed, then you need more time to come up to speed, which makes a lot of sense. Makes a whole lot of sense, okay? Makes a whole lot of sense. So guys, remind me of what I was saying before I left. I lost my train of thought because I had to go answer a phone call and run back and forth. But I think that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the whole situation with scoring a 400 and how we need to take an assessment of where we are and really do better, okay? All right, guys, that's all I have. I have to run at this time. I'll try as much as possible to bring you guys more content. This evening, if I have a few minutes, I'm going to come back on and share some more information. Those of you signing up for the workshops, you're doing well. And then make sure you reach out to me. Let me put my email address here quickly. Let's see, for consults. And thank you for joining for consultation. Workshops. You can send me an email, okay? Email AKALUSO, the number 40, excuse me, at gmail.com. Thank you for joining, guys. Thank you so much for joining. For consultation workshops, email acluso40 at gmail.com. Correct. Yes. Very well. Okay, here we go. There it is. There it is, guys. Yeah. So passing this exam is very possible. It's very, 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 very possible, guys. It all depends on how you prepare and what you do to get that. Trust me, when you look at that screen, when you check your result and it says pass, guys, it's the best feeling in the world. Like I'm still like trying to pinch myself into reality. Like, man, I passed my exam and I'm seeing patients already and everything is great. And it's a rewarding feeling knowing that I put in the necessary effort to make these things possible, okay? And I want you guys to have the same feeling. I don't want you cooped up somewhere, still studying, still trying to make it. You've taken it the first time, second, third, fourth, fifth. You have one last one. You don't have these ones anymore. One. I don't want you going through that feeling. I know this is something that you want, and I want it more for you than you want it for yourself. Because I've been through this. Like I said, I'm a real person, gone through everything, gone through the studying phase, using the apps, going through all this stuff. Look at all this, guys. I don't know about what book you guys are using, but this has like 1,000 pages. 1,000 pages. You guys know all about this right here, right? How to drain the lungs if you're draining certain lobes of the lungs. Just a lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff is in here. A lot of stuff is in here. A lot of stuff. Look at this. A lot of stuff is in here. And I've told you guys so many times that anything in the book, I know I say the book, it could be the ebook, could be the app, whatever. Anything that you study in school is fair game. Do not discount anything, guys. You might look at stuff like this and be like, oh, no, yeah, I don't need to know that. Nah. You might think it's not important. Okay. Look at this page right here. Anything I flip to, guys, anything I randomly flip to in here, what is that? What is that, guys? What is this? It's testing your proficiency. What is that? More stuff. What is this over here? Anywhere you look around, guys, you cannot discount anything. See, this is the one that's talking about the breakdown of the exam. How many questions to expect. Now, the book I'm using is this one, but any one that you're using, or you can go to the state board and have an idea of the breakdown of the exam, like how to expect, how many questions are coming from each section, right? Remember I talked to you guys about that earlier. The fact that musculoskeletal, okay, cardiovascular, and neuromuscular system account for a heavy portion of the exam. Look at an example of that, guys. Look at these first three sections. You guys see how heavy that is? This first one is actually musculoskeletal. Yes, I'm right. It says expect anywhere from 36 to 41 questions. I just told you guys that earlier. So anything I tell you guys on this channel, verify it for yourself. Look at the second section. Second one is neuromuscular and nervous systems. It says expect anywhere from 28 to 34 questions. 28 to 34 questions. Now, look at the third one. It says here cardiovascular and pulmonary system. It says expect anywhere from 21 to 26 questions. That's almost more than half of the exam. We have remember I told you guys we're gonna have 180 hot questions. 30 questions don't count, we don't know, so we have to answer all the questions. The 150 counts. And out of the 150, look at all these. That's half of the exam right there. More than half of the exam. Look at this. You guys do the math. 38.5 plus 31 plus 23.5 on the average. Tell me that's not half of the exam. So we can't escape those things. Guys, I can keep talking because I talk and I get excited about this because I but I have to run. I have seriously, I have 4 minutes and I have to run. So any questions that you guys have for me, ask me at this time, okay? Because, or you can just send an email, join the workshop, okay? Send an email, join the workshop. So that's all I have to say. The last time I went live, I had this board. It's over there. I talked about muscle action. Guys, we're not going into lectures. I don't do lectures. Look at all my markers, guys. We stand on business when we come in here. We stand on business, okay? Think about it. When you have a basketball team, right? And I talked about this in one of my videos. The coach does not play the game. The players go into the court and play the game. The coach is out there doing strategies like, okay, guys, you do this, you do that, you go here, you go there. That's my role. I'm not coming in here to teach. I'm not coaches on basketball teams, on professional teams, and not going in there to teach players how to bounce the ball. No, they've been past that. They need strategies on how to win, right? When they go out there to compete, they compete to win, guys. So the coach is strategizing on how they can go out there and win. So the same thing in the program that I do, in the workshop. I'm not coming in there to teach you how to read the book or how to read something about the musculoskeletal system. You can read that for yourself. I'm showing you based on what you know, where you need to go, and how you need to get certain things to pass the exam. That's it. I just want all of us to win. I want all of us to win. That's just the truth of the truth of the truth. Guys, I cannot believe that I've been on here for 37 minutes, but it's worth my time, okay? It is worth my time. And I know you might have other platforms out there and things like that you check out, but I would seriously encourage you because I don't sugarcoat anything on this platform, guys. You come to the workshop, you get it raw, just like you're getting it now. I tell you to come to your truth. If you miss a question, even myself, if you miss a question on the practice exam or anything you're not sure of, we need to come to our truth quickly and find out what it is and move on so we can succeed. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I think I've talked about everything. The key question I had today is, can you pass the npte-pta exam in 4 hours? And in 38 minutes, I've told you guys a lot of answers regarding that question, okay? A lot of answers regarding that question, okay? All right, guys, that should be it for now. I'll check back with you guys later. I appreciate you guys for joining. I appreciate you so much, all of you that have joined live right now and listened to me for 38 minutes talk about this. I'm only telling you guys this with compassion that I have deep down inside of me, okay? And I want all of us to go out there to succeed as licensed physical therapist assistants. All right, guys, so make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel on the way out. Make sure you also hit the notification button so you know exactly when I come on. I appreciate all of you for what you do. And so please, guys, remember, just like I tell all of us all the time, we have to go out there and fight. And when we fight, we experience victory. I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.